We work for TTT Boxing and IFL TV. I'm here joined by the Hornet, Jeff Horne, who are just at the Dennis Hogan VIP dinner ahead of the card tonight. Thanks for joining us, mate.
No worries.
So, man, very much the man of the moment and the man in demand here tonight. Have you got used to that yet, 4 months on?
I guess so. I'm getting used to getting photos and people wanting to talk to you, but like it's good fun and it means that I won the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know one thing that's has come out from that fight, every time I interview anyone, they've said that the interest in boxing as a whole in Australia has just increased tenfold, and I think there's a huge appreciation for the work that you've done to do that. So have you, and you would obviously notice a huge interest in yourself, but have you noticed it in general around the sport? Has the gym been busier?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people that didn't follow boxing before are definitely interested in it. They're seeing it on the news, they're hearing about these events and they're actually coming to them. So it's really good for boxing. It
is indeed, and say news of this week that it looks like your next fight is likely to be against Gary Cochran, who recently won the WBO Intercontinental belt from the UK. Do you know much about Gary?
I just know he comes to fight. He's a very tough fighter, and he comes forward and he throws plenty of punches. So I think he'll be tough if he's the guy that it's going to be.
And that suits you down to the ground and spectators as well, I imagine, because neither of you take a back foot step backwards.
So it's going to be a clash, that's for sure. So
and something that you're used to. So if you get through that unscathed, it's likely the rematch of Pacquiao, or there's talk of Terence Crawford as well. Obviously, I know that you're linked with Top Rank, so that makes sense. Have you got a preference as to one of those two?
Look, I definitely want to fight Pacquiao again. That's the main fight that I'm after, because no one's ever beaten him twice, and I want to be the first person to do that. Terence Crawford's definitely a guy that I would like to fight. He would be a good name under the belt to say you beat. So he's unified world champion. Absolutely.
And so with the Pacquiao win, do you go into that fight with renewed confidence? Because I couldn't believe when speaking to you the day of the weigh-in how calm you were before that fight. Everyone else was excited, and you just looked like you didn't even know you had a fight the next day. Yeah. So do you go into that fight with more confidence, or is it a completely different fight now that you've faced him and you know each other after being with each other for 12 rounds?
Yeah, I think more confidence I go in. I was already confident I could beat him, but now that I've been in there and I've been able to show that to the world, and everyone kind of knows that, and I know that in myself 100% now, I reckon it'll be a different fight, and I'll be more impressive the second time.
And there was a bit of controversy, mainly from Teddy Atlas and a few people in America that watched that ESPN broadcast particularly, around that, and then obviously the rejudging of the fight, and that all went your way, and I think they were more unanimous in that decision than they were on the night. So did that give you some vindication that you did deserve to win that fight, and does that put any of that sort of niggles to bed?
Yeah, put the doubts to rest anyway, but people are always going to have their opinions. It depends on who you watch on the fight. It depends if you're watching Pacquiao, you're watching me. If you watch it just evenly, you'll see that I won that fight, and I'm glad that information about the vindication before I went to America, because they had no ammo to shoot at me to say I didn't win the fight.
Yeah, and how's that big? Say you've been to the ESPYs now, and say all over America your name's huge, and over here just recently won the Don Bradman Award for Sports Personality. Anyone watching in England, that's equivalent to our BBC Sports Personality of the Year, I guess. Yep. So what does that mean as well, to be recognised like that?
Oh, it's a massive, massive award. To go to the ESPYs was just an awesome experience, and then to get the Donald Bradman Award, it's for inspiring the nation, the person who inspired the nation the most for the year, and to have that, to know that I'm inspiring the future generation out there of children and just people in general is just, I don't know, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, and it was, that whole week was crazy. Brisbane felt like Vegas that week, and really looking forward to whether it be Pacquiao or Crawford, that next super fight at Suncorp, when we say bring everyone back down and do it all again.
Yep.
Nice one. Thanks for your time, Jeff, and enjoy the rest of your night. I know your stablemate Dennis Hogan's fighting. Any thoughts ahead of his fight? How's he been looking?
Look, he trains very hard, Dennis, and I think he takes that hard work, and because he's been training at our gym now for a little while, so his skills are definitely improving, and I think he's got what it takes to beat Nanaka.
Well, fingers crossed. We'll catch up with him later on, and enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers, Jeff.
Thank you.
William Hill sponsors Joshua vs Takam on Sky Sports Box Office.